Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Edu-spectra. So now today let's learn how do we do division of a polynomial by a polynomial. So we know when we are given normal numbers and all, we know how to do the long division and find the quotient and the remainder and all. But if we are dividing a polynomial by another polynomial, how would you do the long division? Okay, so that is what we are going to see today. Okay, so we can understand the long division with the example number 6. Okay, that is divide p of x by g of x, where p of x is equal to x plus 3x square minus 1 and g of x is equal to 1 plus x. Okay, so let's see how will we do the division. So we have to divide x plus 3x square minus 1 by 1 plus x. Okay, so now the first step that you should do is, first of all, arrange the given polynomial and make it into the standard form. Standard form means if it is a linear polynomial, make it into the form ax plus b. If it is a quadratic, ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so if you see here, x plus 3x square minus 1. The degrees are exchanged and given to you. So always the highest degree should come first. That it should be of the form ax square plus bx plus c. So I just rearranged this 3x square and wrote it the first one. So I wrote it like this. Now the 1 plus x I rearranged and again wrote it as x plus 1. Always you should remember the variable with the highest degree should be written first, and then it should descend in the degree wise order. Okay, that is the first step. Now the second step that we should do over here is divide the first term of the dividend. We know this is the dividend and this is the divisor by the first term of the divisor. First of all, we have to take the first term of this dividend. So that is 3x square, and we have to divide it with the first term of the divisor, that is divided by x. Okay, so when you do this, just solve it. We can just cancel this and x, this and x. So what will we get over here? We will get 3x, isn't it? Now this 3x that we have got will be the first term of our quotient, which means we can write 3x over here. This is the first term of your quotient. Okay, so that is your second step. That is, take the first term of the dividend, divide it with the first term of the divisor. The value you are getting will be the first term of the quotient. Now the third step is multiply this first term of quotient with the divisor. Okay, that is this 3x. This is the first term of the quotient, that we have to multiply it with the divisor, which is x plus 1. So when we do 3x into x plus 1, what will we get over here? 3x square plus 3x. I am just opening the bracket and multiplying it. Okay, so when we do, we will get 3x square plus 3x. What we got over here, just write it below this. That is 3x square plus 3x. Okay, now like we do a normal division, we have got the two sets. Now what should we do? Subtract this product from the dividend. We have to just subtract the two numbers. Okay, so when we subtract, first one is 3x square minus 3x square. You know, 3x square minus 3x square is what? It is 0. So we can write 0 over here. Okay, now next one is x minus 3x. That is x minus 3x. What is x minus 3x? We know it is minus 2x, isn't it? So I will write minus 2x over here, and this minus 1 I can just copy down as it is. Okay, so I got minus 2x minus 1. Now what should we do is continue the process till you get the remainder equal to 0, or a term where the dividend's degree is less than that of divisor. That means the same thing that we did over here, we have to continue and go till you get the remainder. So if you see over here, now here the first term of the dividend is what? Minus 2x. that you have to divide it with the first term of the divisor. Okay, so I am taking this minus 2x. I have to divide it with what? This x. Okay, so when I cancel it off, I will get the answer as minus 2. So what will be this minus 2? This minus 2 will be the second term of my quotient. So I will write over here minus 2. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now what should we do is just do the same step as we did earlier. That is, multiply this minus 2. That is, now take the second term of this quotient and multiply it with the divisor. So I am taking this minus 2, multiplying it with x plus 1. So what will I get over here? I open the bracket, I will get minus 2x minus 2. Okay, I will get minus 2x minus 2. Now this is the second term that you should write over here. So I am writing minus 2x minus 2. Okay. So we have written over here. Now what should we do? We have to subtract the two equations. Okay. So when we subtract, just see minus 2x. Here there is a minus of, again a minus over here. So minus 2x. We know minus and minus, these two becomes plus. Now minus 2x plus 2x is what? It is equal to 0. Okay, so I can write that 0 over here. Okay, now next is minus 1. Here there is a minus and also a minus 2. So minus of 2. Now these two becomes plus. Now minus 1 plus 2 is what? Minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. Okay, so I will write that over here, plus 1. Okay, so now we see that the thing that we have got over here is independent of the term x, which means that we cannot further continue our long division. So this is your final remainder that you will be getting over here. Okay, so I hope it is clear. This is the way in which we do the long division. We should continue the process till we get either the remainder equal to 0 or a term independent of x, a simple term whose degree is less than that of the divisor. Okay, so now you can write over here the quotient that we got over here is 3x minus 2 and the remainder over here is plus 1. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, so I hope the long division method is clear to you. Now there is another method we can use to find the quotient and remainder much more easily other than doing this long division. Okay, but actually that method you cannot use in your exam, because in your exam if the question carries 3 to 4 marks, if you doing that method you will not get the marks. Okay, so if the question is in the MCQ questions or basically in your higher classes and all, this will be very useful. So in your higher classes, instead of doing the long division and all, you can use the trick method and do it. Okay, so let's see. Without doing the long division, how can you find the quotient and remainder? Now here the first method is, just look at your divisor. The divisor is x plus 1. Now like we find the 0 of the polynomial and all, just write this x plus 1 equal to 0 and find the value of x. So we will get x is equal to minus 1. Okay, we got x is equal to minus 1. Now just write that minus 1 over here. Okay, I wrote the minus 1 over here. Okay, now the next step that we should do over here is just copy down the coefficients of the dividend. Okay, your dividend is 3x square plus x minus 1. Just copy down the coefficient of these dividend. So the coefficient of these dividends are 3, 1 and minus 1. Okay, I just copied down the dividends of these two numbers. Now what should we do is, just see over here, just put a line like this. Now what should we do? This 3, okay, just copy down this 3 as it is. Okay, just copy down this 3 as it is. Now what should you do over here is, multiply this 3 that you copied on over here with this minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 is what? Minus 3. Okay, that minus 3 I am writing over here below this one. Okay, now what should we do is we have to add this 1 and this 3 over here. So when we do, what is 1 plus minus 3? 1 plus minus 3 is minus 2, isn't it? So write that minus 2 over here. Okay, so I wrote the minus 2 over here. Now just repeat the same step. Now multiply this minus 1 with this minus 2. So minus 1 into minus 2 is what? Plus 2. Okay, so I am writing the plus 2 now below this. Okay, now again what should you do? We have to add this minus 1 and plus 2. So just see what is minus 1 plus 2. Minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1, isn't it? So write that plus 1 over here. Okay, now everything is done. Now what should you do? When you write over here, always the last term that you get. For example, the last term that we got over here is 1. This will be the remainder. Okay, the last term that you will be getting will be the remainder. Okay, here also when we did the long division, we got a remainder equal to 1, isn't it? R is equal to 1. Okay, so always the last term that you will be getting will be your remainder. Now what about the quotient? Now for finding the quotient, just take this 3 and minus 2. Okay, just see this 3 and minus 2. This, if you see, this will be the constant term and this will be the x term. So this see, one thing that you should remember is if you are dividing with a quadratic polynomial, the quotient will be a linear polynomial. Okay, so always take this 3 and this minus 2 over here. So first of all, just put a x over here because we have to get it into a linear polynomial form. Okay, so we got 3x minus 2. Okay, so this was a quotient also over here. 3x minus 2, quotient is equal to 3x minus 2. Okay, so actually this is a much more simpler method to find the remainder and the quotient without doing the long division. But if you feel that if you want to verify whether your answer is correct, you can do this method and see whether you have done the long division correctly. Okay, so I hope the method is clear. Now let us do our example number 7 and 8 to understand it much more better. Okay, so now let's move on to our example number 7. The question is divide the polynomial 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1 by x minus 1. Okay, so we know what is the step number 1. The step number 1 is we have to arrange the polynomial in the descending order of the degree, or we have to write it in the standard form. So if you see over here x minus 1, it is in the standard form. But now see this one, 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1. Okay, so if you see over here, after x cube it is directly 3x. In between they have not given to you the x square term. So we have to add the x square term. So 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube plus 0x square. I am adding 0x square also. Minus 3x minus 1. Okay, so I wrote the degrees in the descending order. This is the first step. Now let us do the long division. Now what is the second step? Take the first term of the dividend and divide it with the first term of the divisor. So 3x raised to 4 by x. We can cancel. So we will get over here 3x cube. Isn't it? So I am writing the 3x cube over here. Okay. I divided this with this. So I got 3x cube. Now what should we do? Now the next step is take the first term of the quotient and multiply it with the divisor. So I can write 3x cube into x minus 1. When I do, I will get, when I open the bracket, I will get 3x raised to 4 minus 3x cube. isn't it? That I should write over here. So 3x raised to 4 minus 3x cube. Okay, now we should subtract this. Okay, so when we do the subtraction, just see, when we do the subtraction, 3x raised to 4 minus 3x raised to 4 is 0. Similarly, minus 4x cube minus of 3x cube. There are two minus, so this becomes plus, this becomes plus. So minus 4 plus 3 is what? It is minus x cube, isn't it? So here we will have a 0 and here we will have a minus x cube. Now the rest of the things you can copy it down. Minus x cube plus 0x square minus 3x minus 1. Minus 3x minus 1. Okay, so I just copy down the rest of the terms. Now we should continue the process. Now we should take this minus x cube and divide it with the first term of the divisor. So I am having minus x. So minus x cube divided by x. This x and this x cancels. So I will get x square over here. Okay. So this x square will be the minus x square I will be getting. So this minus x square will be the second term of the quotient. Okay. Minus x square. Okay, now what should you do? Now we have to multiply the minus x square, that is the second term of the quotient, with the divisor. So I am having minus x square into x minus 1. So when you open the bracket you will get minus x cube plus x square. Isn't it? When I open the bracket I will get minus x cube plus x square. Now just write it over here. So minus x cube plus x square. Okay. Now just subtract it. So when you do the subtraction, just see, when you do the subtraction, minus x cube minus of minus x. So minus x cube minus of minus x cube. When you do, these two becomes plus and you will be getting a 0 over here. Now the next one, if you see 0x square, so 0x square minus x square. So any 0 minus 1 is what? Minus x square itself. Okay, minus x square. So that minus x square I can write over here, minus x square minus 3x minus 1. This term and this term I am copying it down as it is. Now once again what should we do? We have to continue the process because we have not got a simplified remainder. So again I should take the first term of the dividend, that is minus x square, and dividing it with this x. So when I divide, this and this cancels, I will be getting minus x over here. So this minus x will be the second term of my third term of my quotient. Okay, I got minus x. Now what should you do? We have to multiply this third term of the quotient with the dividend. Divisor. So minus x into x minus 1. So when you open the bracket you will get minus x square plus x. Okay, minus x square plus x. Okay, copy it down over here. So minus x square plus x. Again what should you do? You should do the subtraction over here. So when you do the subtraction, just see, here we are having minus x square minus of minus x square. So when you do, this will become plus, this also will become plus, so this will become 0. Okay, 0. Now minus 3x minus x we are having. So minus 3x minus x means this will become plus, this will become minus. So minus 3x plus minus x is equal to what? Minus 4x, isn't it? So I can write the minus 4x over here. Okay, now what should you do? Copy down this minus 1 as it is. Okay, now once again you have to just do the division and see. That is, again take the first term of the dividend, that is minus 4x divided with the first term of the divisor. So minus 4x by x, this x cancels, you will be getting what? Minus 4, isn't it? So this will be the fourth term of your dividend. So over here. Okay, now what should you do? We have to multiply the fourth term with the with the divisor. So minus 4 into x minus 1 means, when you open the bracket, minus 4x plus 4 you will be getting, isn't it? Minus 4x plus 4. So I am writing it over here, minus 4x plus 4. Okay, again you should do the subtraction and see. Okay, so when you do minus 4x minus or minus 4x, so when you do, this will become plus. Minus 4x plus 4x is what? 0. So here you will be getting 0 over here. Okay, now what is that? Minus 1. Minus 1 minus of 4. Okay, when you do, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. So minus 1 plus minus 4 is equal to what? It is equal to minus 5. Okay, so that minus 5 you should write over here. Okay, so now if you see, we have got a remainder which is independent of the x, or the degree of the divisor is less. Okay, so now further we cannot divide and do the long division. So this minus 5 will be your remainder. We can stop our long division over here. Okay, so this is the long division we have done. So from here we can write the quotient that we got is equal to 3x cube minus x square minus x minus 4, and the remainder is equal to minus 5. Okay, this is your final answer. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so now let us also do this question with a trick method. Okay, so first of all, what should you do? We have to take your divisor x minus 1. Okay, I took the divisor x minus 1, I am equating it to 0. So from here I will be getting x is equal to plus 1. Okay, so that I am writing over here. Plus 1 I wrote over here. Okay, now what is the next step? The next step is we have to write the coefficients of the dividend, only the coefficients. So what are the coefficients? 3, minus 4, 0, minus 3, minus 1. So 3, minus 4, 0, minus 3 and minus 1. Okay, now what should you do? I have told this 3 copy down as it is. Okay, after that what should you do is multiply this 3 with this 1. So 3 into 1 it is 3. Okay, now after doing this we have to add. Okay, here we have to add the two equation. So when you do minus 4 plus 3 is equal to what? Minus 1, isn't it? So when you do, you will be getting minus 1 over here. Now what should you do? This minus 1 multiplied with this 1. So minus 1 into 1 is minus 1. Okay, that I am writing over here. Now 0 plus minus 1 is what? Just minus 1 itself. Okay, so I will write this minus 1 over here. Now again, this 1 into minus 1 is again minus 1 itself. So that I am writing over here. Now what should you do? Minus 3 plus minus 1. So minus 3 plus minus 1. What is minus 3 plus minus 1? Is equal to minus 4. Okay, so that minus 4 I am writing over here. Now what should you do? This 1 into the minus 4. So 1 into minus 4 is what? Minus 4 itself. Now we are having what? Now again add minus 1 and minus 4. So minus 1 plus minus 4 is equal to minus 5. Okay, so we have got what we needed. So if you see over here, I have told you whatever is the last term that you are getting will be the remainder. Here the last term is what? Minus 5. Isn't it? We had also got our remainder is equal to minus 5. Now in order to get the quotient, just see these three numbers. Now since we are having x raised to 4, when we write the quotient, we should start from x cube. Isn't it? 1 less than. Okay, so I am starting from 3x cube. Now here the dividend we are having x raised to 4, so the quotient will be 1 less than the this dividend. So 3x cube minus x square minus x, and this will be the constant term. Okay, so 3x square minus x square minus x minus 4. Okay, so this is the same thing that we got over here, isn't it? The quotient. Okay, I hope it is clear. Either way you do, you will be getting the same answer. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so our next question is find the remainder obtained on dividing p of x is equal to x cube plus 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so this is your question. Now the first step we know. First of all, we have to write the given polynomials in the standard form. Okay, so x plus 1 is in the standard form, but when you say x cube plus 1, we have to write it in the standard form. Okay, so when we write in standard form, always go to the descending degree. So you should start from x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 1. Okay, since x square term and x term was not there, we just put a 0 over there. Okay, that is the first step, write in the standard form. Now we know we have to take the first term of the dividend and the divisor and divide it. So x cube by x. When you cancel, you will be getting x square. Okay, write it over there. Now what should you do? Multiply this first term of the quotient with this x plus 1. So you will be getting x square into x plus 1. When you open the bracket, you will be getting x cube plus x. Okay, so that you should write over here. So x cube plus x. Now what should we do? We have to subtract. So when you do the subtraction, x cube minus x cube is what? 0. Then similarly 0x square minus here also we are having x square over here, x square plus into 1. Okay, so here also we will be getting a x square, here also square. Okay, so 0x square minus x square is equal to what? Minus x square. Okay, so here we have to put the 0 minus x square. Now you should copy down these same things over here. Plus 0x plus 1. Okay, we copy it down. Now what should we do? Now take the, we have to continue this step. This is the first term, this is the second term. Okay, now we have to do minus x square by x. So what is minus x square by x? Just minus x square by x, we will get minus x. So write the minus x over here. Now again take this term and multiply it with this x plus 1. So minus x into x plus 1. When you open the bracket, we will get minus x square minus x. Okay, minus x square minus x. Then we have to write it over here. So minus x square minus x. Okay, then you have to subtract it again. So minus x square minus of minus x square. So minus x square minus of minus x square. These two becomes positive. So you will get 0. Then 0x minus of minus x. So these two becomes positive and you will be getting plus x. Okay, so this is 0 plus x plus 1. Okay, now what should you do? Again divide this x with this. So when you do x by x, what will you get? Plus 1, isn't it? So you should be writing, when we do x by x, it cancels and we will be getting plus 1. Write that over here. Now what should you do? Multiply this 1 with this x plus 1. So 1 into x plus 1 is equal to x plus 1 itself, isn't it? Okay, so when you do, write over here x plus 1. Okay, now again we should subtract it. So just see over here x minus x is what? 0. Okay, and again 1 minus 1 is what? 0 itself. Okay, so I told you whenever you get the final answer as 0 or something, a term independent of x, we should stop the long division. Okay, so this is the this 0 is the final remainder that you are getting. Okay, so you can write the remainder that we are getting over here is 0 and the quotient is equal to x square minus x plus 1. Okay, this is the final answer that you are getting. Okay, now let's see also with the trick method. So first of all, we should take the divisor x plus 1 equated to 0. So we will get x is equal to minus 1. So you should write minus 1 over here. Then what should you do? Just copy down the coefficients of the dividend. So 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, copy down the your coefficients. Now what should you do is this first term write as it is over here, then multiply. We should multiply. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Okay, then you should add these both. 0 plus minus 1 is minus 1 itself. Then minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1 itself. Minus 1 into 1 it is minus 1. Okay, then 1 plus minus 1 is what? 0. Okay, now I have told you whatever the last term that you are getting after doing this will be your remainder. Okay, and now since this is the dividend is x cube, so the quotient that we will be getting will be 1 degree less. Okay, so 1 degree less means we should start from x square. So x square minus x plus 1. Okay, x square minus x plus 1. Okay, the same thing we are getting. This is the quotient that we are getting and 0 is the remainder. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so now let's see a small note. Okay, this is a very important relation that you require. Okay, which can be asked for your MCQs and it is very much required for your higher classes also. Okay, the relation is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, this is the relation. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, let's see how will we can take with an example. So if we are doing 6 by 2, okay, so you know 2, 6. The 2 is your divisor and 6 is the dividend. So when you do, we know 2, 3s are 6 and we will get a remainder equal to 0. Let us just verify. Okay, so dividend is what? 6 is equal to divisor. So here what is your divisor? 2 into quotient is 3 plus remainder. Remainder is what? 0. So when you do 2 into 3 is what? 6. 6 plus 0 is 6 itself. So we will get 6 is equal to 6. That means LHS is equal to RHS. This means that we can verify or we can say that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay. So now let us see this with one more example. Okay, 5 by 2. When we do 5 by 2, we know 2 is the divisor and 5 is the dividend. So when we do the division, we know 2 2s are 4. Okay, then we will get the remainder equal to 1. Okay, let us just verify and see. Dividend, that is 5 is equal to divisor. So divisor is 2 into quotient is 2 plus remainder is 1. Okay, so when you do 2 into 2 is what? 4 plus 1. So 4 plus 1 is what? 5. Isn't it? So we will be getting 5 is equal to 5. That is LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so in your exams they may give you dividend, they may give you dividend is equal to this, quotient is equal to this, and remainder is equal to this. Then find the value of divisor, or they can give any value and they can find may ask you to find the value of something. Okay, so this relation is a very useful relations in your MCQ type of questions. Okay, so I hope all of you understood all the things that we have discussed in the class today. So now we will meet in our next class with the next topic. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.